Alright, today we're going to be repairing the Galaxy Mega 6.3-inch phone. As always, before any repair, make sure your phone is powered off. To start the repair, you're going to need a micro Phillips screwdriver. We carry these on our website at injuredgadgets.com. Go ahead and remove the back cover from your phone. Remove the battery, as well as micro SD card and SIM card from the phone. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and use our micro Phillips screwdriver and remove the 14 following screws. Please note all of these screws are the exact same size, so it really doesn't matter which orientation you put them back in, and you can go ahead and just mix them up. Alright, now using your black nylon spudger, we're going to go ahead and separate the back housing from the phone. As always, we actually have a link to all of the repair parts in our YouTube description, so you can easily click that and just get to the parts you need. You're going to want to notate exactly where I am trying to separate the frame from the housing. Sometimes you might have to get your fingernail in there or something a little bit sharper to kind of separate it, but pretty much there's clips all the way around, so just go around the entire phone and carefully separate the frame from the actual digitizer LCD assembly. Alright, right here where I take my nylon spudger, this part gets stuck a little bit, so you just want to pop it up right there, and then once you pop it off, your frame should come off of the board. From here on out, we're only going to be working with this part of the phone. That piece that popped off is the headphone jack. If it does happen to you, just go ahead and put it right back in. Make sure you push down the flex cable. Now we're going to use our nylon spudger and disconnect this flex cable. This flex cable right here is actually the part that controls your touchscreen and your LCD. So you definitely want to go ahead and disconnect that in order to remove the screen from your phone. Alright, in this part of the repair, we are going to use our heat gun. We use a commercial grade heat gun. We set it at about 220 degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously, if you don't have a heat gun, you don't need one. You can use a blow dryer or like a heat plate on the front of the screen to kind of separate the glue that holds your frame to the actual digitizer LCD and touchscreen. You'll notice how I kind of go across the entire phone, specifically the sides. The reason I do the sides is because that's where the majority of the adhesive from the factory is. So I like to heat up the sides a lot, loosen up that adhesive under it, and I'll also heat up the actual middle of the glass and sometimes the back of the actual frame, just to soften up that adhesive from the other side. Alright, from this point I'm going to use a metal spudger. Be careful, obviously the cracks in the glass can possibly cut you, but yeah, just be careful doing this. You don't have to be extremely cautious of ripping any flex cables or anything like that here, because there really is nothing you can rip from this point. Just continue to go along the sides, the edges of this glass assembly, and separate it from the actual housing of the phone. Shouldn't take too long with just a normal heat gun or even a heat plate. Blow dryers, like I said, are perfectly fine, but that should all separate for you and completely separate. Alright, you're going to see these little clear adhesive strips. That's actually our red tape. we used the 2mm red tape and we laid it down on the back. You'll notice we laid it on the top of the frame, the sides of the frame, the bottom of the frame, and as well as some strips up and down the middle of the frame. Make sure not to cover up your front camera or your proximity sensor, which I just pointed to. And yeah, just put this red tape down. It's pretty much a double-sided adhesive. And I mean, you can use any type of adhesive, but we really love our red tape. It's really great quality. It'll hold extremely well. You wouldn't expect your screen to come off once it's installed, so we definitely recommend using this red tape. Once again, it is double-sided, so after you lay it down, you will need to remove the top plastic side to properly show the adhesive side, so that your screen will actually stick to the frame. Alright, now go ahead and grab your brand new screen. You want to go ahead and thread that flex cable, the one we disconnected much earlier, through the frame first. You kind of see me do that. I kind of thread it through that area. Make sure when you place the screen down you don't misalign it, because if you misalign it with that home button, it could actually crack the screen. Once that's down, go ahead and push the sides down. Sometimes I'll put a heavy book on this after the entire repair is done, just so that the adhesive has time to set. And then go ahead and clip your flex cable back in. Remember, if you don't do this, then your touchscreen and your LCD will definitely not boot up. Once that's all done, you can go ahead and take your actual plastic frame, the back housing, clip this back into place. And once that's in place, you can go ahead and screw in those 14 micro Phillips screws we took out earlier. Alright, go ahead and put your SIM card and micro SD card back into their spots, and then your battery, of course. Followed by the back housing. Like I said, I'll put a book on it sometime just to make sure that the adhesive sets, but we also carry these little clips on our website, so you can buy those. Once again, thanks for watching our video. Make sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube.